concept of exemption. So we have calculated the capital gains up till now. Then what happens is that question arises, can I save tax? How do I save tax on the capital gains? There are various sections which are available. Here I have mentioned the section because it is relevant to understand what are the different options available for saving tax on the capital gains. Section 54 is one of the most popular exemptions which people claim. It is available only to, as is mentioned there, individuals and HUFs. It is applicable only in respect of capital gains arising from the transfer of a residential house property. Yeah. And what are the conditions that one needs to satisfy? First of all, it should be one residential house property that you have sold. It should be long-term capital asset. What do you have to do to claim the exemption? You need to buy another residential house property, and for that the time period given is you purchase the new house within 2 years, 1 year before or 2 years after the date of transfer of the house that you have sold. So say you have a house in Dadar, you sold it today. That means on 23rd of June 2016. And you have a it's a long-term capital asset, so there is a long-term capital gain, and you don't want to pay tax on it. The option that you have over here is claim exemption under section 54. How do you claim? If you have bought another residential house property either 1 year before, meaning between 24th June 2015 and today, or within the next 2 years. So by 23rd June 2018, you have that 3-year period to purchase, or construction should be completed within 3 years. So you can either purchase a house or construct a house. Now here the popular question that arises is that I am booking a house in a under construction property. So is that treated as construction or purchase? Am I purchasing or am I constructing? My view is that purchase and construction means that construction means you yourself are constructing. So you buy a plot of land and you engage some civil contractors, etc., and you yourself get the house constructed. That would fall in this particular thing. In that case, you have 3 years from the date of sale to construct. So in the same example you are selling today, by 23rd June 2019 you can construct your own house. So these are the conditions that you need to satisfy, and if you do that, what is the exemption that you get? The exemption will be the amount that you actually invest in the house property, in the new house, or the capital gains which you have earned today, whichever is less. So in short, what you have to invest in the new house is the amount of capital gains. So for example, you sell a house for 1 crore. It's not necessary that you have to invest 1 crore in the new house property. What you have to invest is only the capital gains which you are going to calculate. So it is possible that on a 1 crore sale proceeds, the capital gains is only say 40 lakhs for example. So what you have to invest in the new house to claim exemption under section 54 is only 40 lakhs and not 1 crore. So with the balance 60 you can do what you want. So this is section 54. Another very popular exemption which lot of people claim is 54EC. 54EC is again the earlier one was available only to individuals and HUFs. 54EC is available to anybody, any taxpayer, company, partnership firm, individual, HUF, whatever. Capital gains can be from transfer of any capital asset. Earlier we saw 54 is only for residential house property. This is in respect of any capital asset. It obviously has to be a long-term capital asset. And how do you calculate, how do you claim the exemption? By investing within 6 months from the date of transfer in bonds issued by, so there is a long definition given, but in practice it is only in bonds of National Highway Authority of India, NHAI, or REC, Rural Electrification Corporation of India. Generally, as per the terms of the issue, these bonds are redeemable after 3 years. So there is a lock-in period of 3 years. If you invest in this, then you are entitled to the exemption under 54EC. The problem is that there is a catch over here. The upper limit is 50 lakhs. So the maximum exemption you can get under 54EC by putting in the bonds is 50 lakhs. They will not even accept 50 lakh and 100. upper limit is 50 lakhs even for investment purpose. So you may feel that I've got 1 crore, I'll put the entire 1 crore in the bonds. I may get exemption of only 50 lakhs, but the balance 50 I'm investing from an investment perspective. That will not work. They will not accept more than 50 lakhs. So this is the 54 EC.